Hello, terrorized tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts X Division with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, or 5, was a gigantic terror mission in Phase 4. The mission went quite well. It took a long time, but it was a well-fought mission, and the B team really made it through. There's really only, like, 2 mistakes. One thing was, we lost a cannon, an antimatter cannon. That's unfortunate. And the tank got destroyed. So if I want to build a new vehicle, we'll probably want to build another Devastator, which means they're going to need some alloys and aluminum. So to do that, we're going to send some over. One of these days, I'm going to clean up my inventory, I promise. This screen is getting really laggy. I mean, usually helps if I click the thing, but the screen is laggy, believe me. Sorting is taking much longer. So yeah, we'll send over some alloys and aluminum from A-Team. The tanks are pretty expensive. Traditionally, we don't lose very many Devastators, and it worked really hard. The aliens had to do a lot of damage to that Devastator. It probably saved somebody's life, so can't really complain. We will need to build a new cannon for it, I think. But they're basically free anyway. Honestly, it did really well. It was a shame that it died. But we can rebuild it stronger. So yeah, losing a tank and losing an antimatter cannon was a bit bad, but everything else was good. And we actually captured... Oh, speaking of things, I'm not researching. What am I doing? Always be researching. Yeah, so, we got some new stuff, right? Let's interrogate the Harridan. Maybe that'll lead somewhere. And then vivisect the Praetor. And we'll split the hybrid rifles. Because you never know, maybe it'll help us learn some new weapons. Okay, music's taking over the stream a bit too much. Can't think. Alright, we'll do the vivisection for the Terror Elite in a second. We should be getting some new disassemblies as well for the mech. We fought a gigantic alien mech. That was pretty exciting. Maybe that'll unlock our own mecha technology. For now, though, a lot of disassembly. And I think... before I forget... let's send some stuff back to the respective bases. So you only get to keep 2 antimatter rifles and only 1 pistol. Everything else is fine for now, although we might need more like stun rockets and stuff. You could call it more of a Metal Gear. Yeah. A-Team, let me just double check what they've got. No rifles equipped. No, so it's the 2 rifles and 1 pistol to A-Team, and then the other rifle to C-Team. So pardon me a second here while I try to find everything that we need to return. 2 rifles, 1 pistol, supposedly 1 cannon, but it disappeared mysteriously. And then C-Team does get their rifle back. Because next mission, you never know who's going to go. And we'll be able to build some more antimatter soon enough. Okay, hybrid cannons. So, I don't think they ever fired this. Because this should be the same as the blood cannon. And the blood cannon was super scary, but I don't think we saw this ever get fired. So, congratulations for not getting destroyed by a hybrid chemical weapon. And also a regular hybrid rifle, which I'm hoping will unlock basic hybrid weapon technology. In fact, it does. Well, there's a lot of text here, but basically from the pistols and the rifles, we've learned also by capturing one of the terrorists and professors. The terrorists, the terror soldiers. Yeah, so this is a new technology. They had blood weapons for a long time, toxin and blood, but hybrid is new. Just like most of the Phase 4 alien tech is new stuff kind of stolen from us a little bit, from the looks of things. And specifically to deal with us. It's going to take a long time to research this, so let's just let everybody go on it. I was thinking, split it up for the hybrid, or the vivisection, but these big technologies tend to take a lot longer. I don't suppose we had any backups of those. We might get some more chemical cores, I guess. No, that doesn't matter. Alright, the interrogation of the second Phase 4 Terror Elite theoretically could unlock stuff like Advanced Ancient Alien. We already got that. And we've got Basic Hybrid now. So, no big deal. Might as well vivisect him. That's just antimatter being returned. Speaking of antimatter being returned, we'll get this Devastator queued up, and let's send the antimatter back to A-Team. A-Team is my antimatter construction facility, really, at this point. We send it all there, they figure out what weapon needs to be built, who gets it. There is a smart rifle, but we need 3 smart rifles or 3 dark pistols to get anything. Antimatter cores. Ooh, looks like we almost have enough for a minigun if we want to skip the cannon for a little while. I wonder if it would be worth getting the Mark III minigun. Or just making lots of antimatter rifles because they're so good anyway. I haven't really decided, The cannon is 12. That would replace what we lost. The cannon is too good. Yeah, it is pretty darn strong. It was a real shame we lost it. Would have worked pretty well on the front door and a couple other areas. Whereas the minigun was a smaller upgrade. The Mark II cannon would be a big downgrade right now. If we had to bring that on the hard missions. Yeah, I think I agree. It's too bad we lost essentially 12 antimatter cores, but... oh well. Alright, let's get that Devastator built. Real hard, 4 hours. Another vivisection. I doubt there's anything really new here, but that's our 3rd Praetor capture. We've got a base leader, a fleet leader, and a terror leader. This guy even looked different, so I kind of thought we'd get an interrogation, but... anyway, that's 3, and more damage in theory against them as well. No research for that. We definitely need to catch more Praetors, though, as far as the story is concerned. So, not that I'm going to stop. It does say capture a capable psionic unit, which I assume is a special Praetor. Meanwhile, hybrid technology, chemical warfare designed to spread terror by killing targets in as gruesome a manner as possible. Death is drawn out from instant to a full turn, and during this time the victim is both dissolved by acid and has all pain receptors triggered to send the strongest pain signals possible through the nervous system, causing the victims to cry in agony throughout the process. Well, that's pretty brutal. Thanks, aliens. Luckily, no one's died to this on our team yet. If that hybrid cannon ever hits, though. We have made minor modifications to the medkits to introduce a painkiller that blocks the pain signals. Although it has the side effect of causing those treated and surviving to have elevated pain threshold. So they will have to look out for hazards such as fire, as they can't rely on their own pain reflexes. Fortunately, our painkiller's effect isn't permanent, nor is that of the hybrid substance. So once treated back at the base, the effect should wear off. We see a possibility to weaponize this tech for our own use, but require detailed understanding of how the alien animal combatants function, the xenomorphs, on a chemical level, which requires a detailed DNA analysis of them, which I don't think we have yet. We have some, but maybe not the next phase. As we do not have a complete understanding of chemical biological processes affected by technology, we need to perform additional research to reach the advanced level. We'll need samples of advanced weapon tech using them, and an operator in charge of deploying them, which might be the Terror Op, which we don't have. But it doesn't matter! We have it anyway. Alien Hybrid Technology Advanced! Lucky! Terror Elite Autopsy, no biggie. Where's that mech? Come on, mech. Alright, so we've got the first replacement Devastator all game. Can't believe it was X Devastator that died, but now we have XX Devastator. XX. Remember when we did Scimitars and they got to like 5 X's? Boy, these Devastators have been a lot more durable than those old ones. So, nice. Yeah, Quad X Scimitar, never even retired. We could build, you know, with all of our spare alloys, we could try one of these sabers. I don't know. Goliath Wreckage. Okay, this is one of the ones I was excited for. It's been named the Goliath, but I'm sure a simple sling stone will not be enough to stop it. This behemoth has more than twice the resilience of the advanced mech, heavier armor, and an extreme weapon. However, that also resulted in weak point. It's slow, very slow. So heavy the ground crumbles beneath its feet, so it has to shift its weight slowly. Unfortunately, that is only restricted to movement. It still acts at normal speed. It seems the bulk of the unit has resulted in some compromises in the armor upgrades. Chemical remains top. Kinetic has been improved a little. Not like it matters. Incendiary is improved a little, but it is supposedly weak to energy. It just got a lot more defensive against energy recently. Of course, it looks like at this point, kinetic and energy are about the same. Goliath Wreckage should give us 560 fiber. Yeah, the X Devastator did do a great job making sure nobody died to the Goliath. We have some pipe dream ideas of repurposing the frame for our own use. So you may want to hold off disassembling. This is very much a maybe eventually. Don't hold off if you need the fiber. We did not get anything. And also, we don't have a spare, because we used one to do that. Mix. So, once we have a backup wreckage, which we shouldn't have right now, and maybe that terror operator that we missed, maybe we can get a gigantic Goliath mech of our own. Sadly, not a lot of tech from this round so far. Well, the hybrid tech is coming along. That's pretty good. So we vivisected another Harridan Terror. They're just tanky. Nothing really super interesting. More damage to them doesn't hurt. And then all we've got left is that advanced hybrid tech. Getting ever so closer to Mark III antimatter. And maybe towards Chemical Weapons 4. We'll see. Chemical Grenades 4. No clear use for it. Some medical applications once the war is over. Maybe something else one day. Alright, well that's all we get for research. And there's our antimatter cannon. We're basically all caught up. So, what's next? We need more terror missions. We're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for that. We need dreadnoughts, and I'd like to do an extreme cargo ship. So maybe the next mission I'll try to get us is an extreme cargo ship. Just so we have something worth doing that's a little bit new. Or if we see any UFOs that we haven't seen before. But we're kind of at the point where the missions are getting so long that I don't want to do tons of them. When a terror mission takes over 2 hours. Okay, battle carrier. Battle cruiser. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Battle carrier. Another mothership. Well, sweet. At least it's sizing. Yay! Just 2 missions per stream. That's all we ever get. It's kind kind of annoying because we're not going to get the Sizen Terror Operator either. We're getting, in theory, the Sizen Assault Operator, as well as a Terror Wraith, a Terror Sizen, and maybe some new Xenomorphs. Alright, well, that's what we get, I guess. Let's send out some Cyclones right away. It's going to take a lot to take it down. We've been doing a good job shooting them down so far. Let's not be lazy. Battle Cruisers just need Furies, as long as we're careful. Battle Carriers... let's see. Torpedo Corvette, we can probably take down with 1 Fury. Battle Carrier needs something with anti-missile, like Lotuses. And then this guy, a escorted Battle Carrier, will need something like Cyclones. And then we'll need more to take down the mothership in a second. Okay, Lotuses against a Battle Carrier should be... I mean, we can do it over land if you want. Cyclones against escorted... I'll do some air battles just for fun here, but we should be okay. I got a great comment on YouTube just the other day. Some expert Xenonauts player was complaining about my air combat because I'm not very good at it, apparently. I'm not taking it seriously. I'm not taking it personally, but I thought it was kind of funny. They didn't like my grouping strategy. I'm supposed to micro the air game more so that the aliens don't get free shots on me like that. And they just chase after my units. And I never get hit at all. I use 1 to kite, and then I micro everything else so they never get hit. It sounds like a good idea, but, you know, I'm pretty sure I explained that long ago, that I'm not a very good RTS micromanager. Just don't be that kind of guy that comments on people's YouTube videos, backseat gaming them for what they're doing wrong. Now, these guys have point defense. You could get right up inside them and then launch. Like, you can hold your fire until you're inside the frame, and then you'll hit them before their anti-missiles can even shoot them down. So if you really need to sneak a shot in, that's an old Xenonauts trick. That wasn't even an X-Division trick, but... Okay, we'll just make some distance, do another run. No, Thorn, like I said, I'm not taking it personally. It's just funny when you get... I get comments like that not too often. Most of you guys are pretty cool tubers. But every now and then someone shows up who's an expert or something. And they just have to tell you you're wrong, and you should really be doing it differently. I feel like, you know, we shot that down pretty well. But yeah, no, the air game is tough. And unless you're really good at whatever kind of pause micro, really experienced, it's hard to come up with a good strategy. I think what was really bothering him was he didn't understand that I didn't know, especially till even till pretty recently, that you turn... The game doesn't really explain it, to be fair. But you turn slower on afterburners. There's a, what would you call it? The stats, your rate of turning stats. Thanks, Runes. I don't think the game ever explains it anywhere that I saw, but your turning speed, your rotation speed, decreases at afterburner speed. So while you move forward quicker, you turn slower. I guess it sort of makes sense, but I never really would have guessed it, so... For me, it was just like, oh, well, I guess that would help the dogfighting a little bit if I had known that, but I didn't until very recently, so that'll do. Goodbye, Corvette. Those guys are never going to be a problem. And this guy landed? Ugh, what was it? Just a research ship. Okay, no base to worry about. But yeah, obviously there's lots to learn for the air game. If you want to be good at the air game, there's a ton of stuff to learn. No, don't worry about it, awesome guy. I'm only sharing the story because I thought it was kind of funny. I get lots of comments like that I don't even talk about. I just, as we're doing the air game, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this guy telling me that I'm doing it wrong. That was pretty good. Oh wait, I don't need to go to Overlap. This job is just to shoot down the we're just trying to shoot down the interceptors and do a little bit of damage. Oh yeah, cyclones. Oh, motherships are so much work. So much work. Hello, Luke, if I missed you. There's a lot of things going on here. Okay, so don't waste your torpedoes accidentally. That would be dumb. We need to try to clean up the escorts first. Good. As long as we're going, like, perpendicular here, his big laser shouldn't be doing any damage to us. You know, we need to be quick. Well, okay. If you barrel roll directly into the giant laser... I guess I am bad at the air game. Never mind, I take it back. It's hard, man. These ships are tough. I don't know how you do this on higher air, man. Like, higher difficulty for the air game and everything. Oh. I can barely handle it on easy mode. We're gonna get shot down. Hopefully... hopefully we can fire a torpedo before we get shot. There we go. Alright, both torpedoes out. One cyclone down. Fire your pulse. Time to go. We would have been fine if I hadn't literally barrel rolled into the laser while I was doing the dogfighting portion. You could just reload it. Hey, you need to go home. What are you doing? It's time to go. But yeah, motherships are tough. Imagine if they had like double or triple the HP, man. How would you shoot these things down? Alright, so let's see if we can send any more cyclones quick. The cyclones that are still alive, anyway. If you're playing without the easy air game, they take a lot longer to repair, too. Which would cause even more problems. I should have... I thought I had... Yeah, there they are. 4 sets. So one is going back to reload... One is shot down and going back to reload. 2 are heading towards it. Worst case scenario, we can suicide bomb some Furies on it. Also, all these things we shot down nicely. I'm not doing these missions. Whenever we have a mothership, I just gotta focus on the mothership mission. Everything else is too much difficulty. Too much time. Battle carrier. None of these have anything really new for tech, I don't think. So they would just be for resources. What are these guys? This is... just some Furies. Okay, they'll be fine when they get there. Alright. We shouldn't be able to destroy it with this one, because we only hit it with 3 torpedoes last time, and it takes 11, I think. So 8 more... Well, no, 3 plus 8 would be 11, if that was the right number. Just gotta be a little bit careful here. Oh, no, wait, it's over land, isn't it? Never mind. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're not doing enough damage. I didn't think we'd actually be able to kill it, but... We've only got 1 bullet left in our particle pulse. Time to go. But, like, if you don't have to mess around with the escorts, the cyclones get in and get out pretty quick. The other ships aren't... Definitely not so easy, but they don't take that much damage. Unless they're doing dumb stuff like that. Turning around. Alright, next wave should shoot it down easy enough. You know, I haven't technically tried Lotuses or Furies against a mothership, but I don't think they would work. I guess, maybe if you save some Firebirds from Phase 1, because they could have an anti-missile system and a roll, but they wouldn't do a ton of damage. Like, so far it just feels like we need to roll... and we need to anti-missile. to survive it. Now, if you want to just suicide, you can just suicide, but if we... there's not a lot of bombers that can do that. Like, so far, 2. But I guess if you liked... What am I looking for? If you built a bunch of Firebirds, don't disassemble them. Only one missile system, but... You know, the warp missiles, you could put like singularity missiles on it or something. You could do some damage. It would help. Now it's going to one of our bases, but we got enough time here. Trouble. Not a lot of fuel. You don't think the Firebirds need... No. On this ship, you need anti-missiles. Because there's the drones. You haven't... So, Thornum, I know what you're talking about. You haven't gone up against... all the same weapons I'm talking about yet. So, the big lasers, you gotta dodge. No big deal, right? We know that. The missiles, you could probably dodge with agile ships. Those drones, those were different things. You can't necessarily dodge them as well. Now, they get fired less frequently, but... I'm pretty sure I've seen them get through point defense before. Or, sorry, not like if you don't have point defense, they chase you down eventually. Anyway, that's a dead mothership. 12 race, 30 Xenonauts. And that's a lot more psionic attacks, too. You think it's the same drones from the Terra Carrier? Okay, well, maybe they're the same. I don't know. I only built Firebirds on my first run, and I didn't have a lot of luck with them. I only built a couple. Maybe I think I could only build 1 or 2, so that's all I had. They didn't seem super good for me, but I didn't have enough. Well, future tubers, sorry to break this episode early. We're gonna have a 2.5-hour episode, and then a 30-minute episode, and then a 2.5-hour episode, and then a 30-minute episode. It's time for another Terror mission. I mean, we could go to C-Team and give them a try. Nah, I think I'm gonna let A-Team do it. They're just closer. It makes more sense. So we'll just have to move all the gear to A-Team. I think. Okay, I promise. Here we go. What I'm gonna do between episodes. See you later, team. Not right now. I don't trust them for. This is gonna be a tough mission. Like, okay, see you later, team could be thrown to the wolves here, but we need to capture stuff. Like, I need to capture a Sizen and a Wraith, and we might. I don't know when they show up, but there are new Xenomorphs at some point, and it might be Terror missions. It's either Phase 4.5 or Terror missions in Phase 4. But there are some new Xenomorphs, and it was kind of hinting at it in the last tech, the hybrid technology. We need a full understanding of dog-like alien DNA, which is the Xenomorphs. So we need to capture a bunch of them, if that's what they are. And that's probably where the Empress is and all that stuff, assuming I understand the names correctly. All the fancy names for the final group of Xenomorphs. So yeah, future tubers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some garbage, because this screen is lagging significantly. I'm going to get rid of all my Phase 1, 2, and 3 stuff that I don't need anymore. It's going to take me a little while. The live tubers can handle it, hopefully. And then I'll gear up. I'll move the antimatter stuff back to A-Team. And we will do another mission. Sadly, not a lot of new tech. I was really hoping that we would catch a Terror Operator and then get a Mark III railgun, but we did not. A Mark III rail minigun, but we did not get that. I did build, a rail rifle at Mark III. We haven't shown that off yet. But against Xenomorphs, rail weapons are probably not the priority anyway. It's going to be all about that antimatter and maybe electrons. Maybe. So anyway, I'll do some gearing in between episodes, and when we come back, probably A-Team gets to go take on another mothership. So many motherships. Wish me luck. See you guys next episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.